Heyhoo und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact, Staffel 5, Buch 5, Hydro. Es geht weiter mit der Verhandlung. Verhandlung? Egal, ihr wisst, was ich meine.
And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lyney and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
Hä? Was hat sie denn jetzt schon wieder vor? Also schon wieder jetzt blöd, aber was hat sie jetzt vor?
But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
I don't. Hä?
And voila.
Hä? Hä?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Oh. Aha.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
Oh, wie ist sie drauf gekommen?
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
Okay.
What? Why?
Ein Plot-Twist.
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
Okay.
I heard that Lyney's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lyney was the one who caught me in the act.
Die ist das.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Lyney even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Naja, es war ja kein Zufall, dass sich ausgesucht hat.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure.
Also hast du was gemacht?
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me.
Also war das tatsächlich ein Versuch, dich zu entführen? Aber da du nicht aus Fontaine bist, bist du nicht zu Wasser geworden.
I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
Wenn diese Person ein Händchen fürs Verstecken hat, dann ist es gut möglich. Wenn man bedenkt, dass sie eine Diebin ist.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Du hast am Anfang deiner Story gesagt, dass du das gemacht hast.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Das stimmt. Es ist an der Zeit, die Argumentation des Hydro-Archons zu widerlegen. Also,
This time, we
Einspruch.
need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Widerlegung beginnt. Lyney hat den Tunnel betreten. Lyney hat den betreten, Countdown begann, danach verließ sie den Tunnel und der Lüftungsöffnung. Was ist das jetzt? Nummernwähler. Die eine Seite des Tunnels ist mit den Scherben einer Vase. Hä, aber das ist doch... Hä, oder das? Das ist auch nie passiert. Ich verstehe nicht. Ich bin gerade blöd. Okay, ich brauche kurz eine Weile. Deswegen würde ich... halte ich jetzt mal die Klappe, ja? Das könnte man wirklich sagen. Die eine Seite des Tunnels... Das ist... das vielleicht?
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Ah, es waren nämlich die beiden. Was tat Halsey nach dem Kampf? Man hat doch ein dumpfes Geräusch gehört, oder nicht? Okay, nee, das hat nicht... Also sie hat irgendwas mit dem Haken gemacht. Bin ich blöd? Der Haken ist doch hier benutzt worden. Sie hat ihre Klamotten ausgezogen.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time.
Ja. Aber stimmt, wenn das mit dem... Wäre der Haken dann nicht in dem Ding gewesen? Oder ich weiß gar nicht, ob es darum geht. Also, ich bin mir sicher, hier irgendwas. Ich glaube sogar eher, dass sich wirklich das wird das Einzige, was jetzt eigentlich noch bleibt, oder? Willst du mich... Hä, was hat das dumpfe Geräusch damit zu tun?
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Ah, oh mein Gott.
And it's Ace Detective time on time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Ich fühle mich so blöd. Ich habe echt viel zu lange gebraucht, um das herauszufinden. Tja, erfolgreich widerlegt.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
Stimmt, es waren ja 2 Tage. Ohne Essen, ohne Trinken, ohne Toilette?
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses.
Aber wie hat sie das
Talk about a
geschafft?
sneaky thief.
Ohne dass wir es mitbekommen, wie...
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story. Bravo! Bravo!
Now then,
Aha.
Lady Furina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements?
Aha.
Please answer the question, Lady Furina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What, are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat.
Ha!
But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Nein.
Wow, look at that. She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
Ja.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lily-Ann. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim.
Oh.
Lily-Ann, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Lyney, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Lyney, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Yes!
Amazing!
Wir haben's geschafft.
While there is much in Lyney and Lily-Ann's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Oratrice, Mechanik, Analyse, Kardinal. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass jetzt eine Zwischensequenz kommt von der Oratrice, Mechanik, Analyse, Kardinal.
As such, Lyney and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Wir haben's geschafft!
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Lasst uns noch nicht feiern?
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
Vaughn?
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Lyney's baggage?
Oh.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Lyney, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders.
Wessen?
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Lyney, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which, when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
Hä?
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Wer? Bitte was? Er hat sich in Wasser verwandelt.
And now he can no longer talk.
Er wollte gerade sagen, wer der Boss ist.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Ich glaube, wir kommen hier nie wieder mehr raus. Am Tatort wird jedoch nichts außer Flüssigkeit gefunden, die nach der Auflösung von Vaughn zurückgeblieben sind. Ja.
So, we're just going back now?
Das Problem ist vorübergehend gelöst. Wir müssen nicht länger hier bleiben.
That's true, but...
Aber?
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Lyney...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me.
Hä, doch? Was? Nur wegen Fatui?
But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
Ich wollte... Das sage ich nicht. Ich wollte einfach nicht, dass jemand fälschlicherweise beschuldigt wird.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Lyney this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all.
Orphan? Oh, ich weiß, um welchen bei der Fatui es hier geht. Aber ich würde gerne die Folge beenden. Ich weiß nicht, wie lange das Gespräch noch geht. Ich beende trotzdem mal die Folge. Ich werde viel Spaß mit Zusehen. Beim nächsten Mal geht es weiter mit diesem Drama. Und bis dahin. Tschüss.